now it's your turn to give some comments. Let's welcome Group 1.
Okay, we are Group 1 and I am Zhang Minzhu. She is Liang, he is Junqing, and I'm going to give some positive comment on Yanci. I think it's good to, in conversation, in activity 1, it's good to emphasize the point to be right and explain the meaning in a simple way. I think it's good. But sometimes she will mistake the he and she. Maybe next time you can be careful with this. And however, I want to give some suggestions. I think your tempo is too fast. Maybe you can give more time for audience to sort out the point and give suitable policies on your emphasize. Okay, you got it? Okay. And I will give the floor to Liang.
I'm Ying. I'm going to give some positive comments on Yizhen's performance. First, her voice is loud and the pronunciation is clear. Second, she wears formally, which makes her look confident. And finally, I think it's very good that she used simple words to explain the different advertisements in high context culture and low context culture. Overall, I think she did a great job. This is my comment. I'm going to give the floor to Junqing.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Junqing. Today, I'll give some comments to Chen Jie. While he was briefing, his speech was not only fluent but also energetic, and he didn't have any unnatural pauses or unwanted words. But I have two suggestions to give. Him. And firstly, I'm not sure you guys is appropriate for a meeting, so I think you should be careful for the phrase you use on a meeting. Yeah. And secondly, the PowerPoint had some mistakes. On page 5, the satellite phone should add an S. They had corrected, yes. And also another mistake is on page 10. Is also the satellite phones. They had corrected. There are satellite phones. They misspelled the phones into P-O-N-Es. Yes. And above are our comments to Group 6. I will give the floor to Group 2.
Going to give some comments for Chen Jie. First, he has strong eye contact and good gesture with audience. Second, in the conversation with Yanci, he is loud enough and pronunciation is good. Also, he used vocal variety to impact. Third, in his presentation part, he usually interacts with audience. I think it is good. This is the end of my comment. I will give floor to Yihan.
Hello, my name is Yihan and I'll give a comment on Yanci. I think her PPT is very comprehensive and she described the context very clear and detailed. And she is very confident and her voice is loud enough. I think this part is very good. And I have one suggestion for Yanci. In conversation part, some words she can say it precisely. And like calm down, she say calm down. And the destination, I forget what she said, but she said it wrong.
and I think she can practice more on this word, and she can be better next time. This is my comment. I'll give the floor to Ichi.
Hello everyone, my name is Ichi. Today I'll give a positive comment to Yi Zhen. And she introduced Japan and Australia different advertisement style, and she explained the meaning of the advertisements. Finally, she gave their speech a good conclusion. In the end, I think her voice is loud enough and the speed is slow and I can understand easily. And she did a good speech this time. Okay, thanks. I will give the floor to the group 3.
Hello, I'm Yishan. She is Jiazhen and she is Yizhi. I will give some comments on Chen Jie's class. I think he is confident, he has eye contact and can interact with audience. Second, in the conversation part, his voice is loud enough and the PowerPoint is clear so we can understand easily. But I think he spoke too fast sometimes, especially in the beginning. Like, hello everyone, I'm Chen Jie. Yes, and I think he spoke and too much. Maybe he can change other words, like then or next. It's my comments, then I will give floor to Jiazhen.
Hi, I'm Jiazhen. I will give comment to Yansi. First, I think she dressed up very well and she always has a good eye contact. And she always uses her word to talk about her part. I think it's very great. I also heard a mispronunciation. It should be calm down, Yihan has mentioned. And maybe next time you can more careful about it. And this is the end of my comment. I will give the floor to Yizhi.
Hello, I'm Yizhi. I'm going to give some positive comments on Eden's part. And first, I think she made me feel very confident when she's speaking. And also, her pronunciation is very great. Has some moderate speed and use her own word to explain the advertisement part. I think it is great. And also, one thing I think is good to before she starts her part, she will talk the main point at the start. I think it is great to let the audience know what she is going to say next. Above all our comments, I will give the floor to group 4. We are group 4. Wenxuan, she is Yihan and she is Youhong. And I'll give some comments to Chen Jie. He looks calm and confident, and he speaks fluently and has strong eye contact to the audience. And in the conversations part, he has vocal variety to make the conversation more vivid. And in QS part, he will send the classmates when they answer the questions. The whole process is smooth. And there is a mistake on page 9. Please check it. Here, the first in the open seas. Yes. The correct word is on the open seas. Yes. Okay, this is all my comments. I'll give the floor to Yihan.
Hi, I'm Yihan.
give some comments to Yanci. First, she spoke loud and clear, and she looks really confident, and she fully explained the solution when we facing emergencies. But her speed is a little bit fast. I think she can slow down. And sometimes she made mistakes on he and she. And she misspoke the destination. She spoke destination. Destination, yes. And on page 21, the whole point is 110, but she spoke 119. And this is my comment, and I'll give the floor to Yo-Hong.
I just speak. Okay, loud enough. You can hear it. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yo-Hong. First, I want to apologize that I arrived late because my feet is hurt right now because I had a motorcycle accident just last week, so it's still hurt right now, and I spent more time than I thought to arrive here. So I apologize for that, and I apologize for I'm not dressing properly because my feet is still injured, so it's so pain to put on the shoes. So okay, now I'm going to give Yizhen my positive suggestion. First, she dressed properly and her voice is loud enough. She speaks fluently, and she will explain each step clearly in the beginning. I think it's very great, and she also used videos to attract audience attention. It's a smart way, and she will use her own words to explain the content of the form. However, there's still one mistake she made. Like for Japanese video, the meaning of videos is not easy to understand right away, and so maybe next time I can try to find some video you can understand right away, not just need to spend so much time to explain about the meaning of that video. And this is my comment, and I will give the floor to group 5. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. We are group 5. I'm Yushen, and this is Carol, and she is Zhenyi. And first, I want to give some positive comments to Chen Jie. I think he has very strong eye contact to audience, and the pronunciation is good. And when in the vocabulary part, he repeat many times for us to follow the PowerPoint. I think this is good because it can increase the memories for us to know the vocabulary with so the first time. And second, I want to give some comments for you. Just as the Jinqing says before, I think you guys is not appropriate in the formal meeting. Yes, and so next time maybe you can say the name for someone next. And second, I think in the conversation part, your speaking speed is too fast, so you can slow down it the next time so that everyone can hear it clear. And I will give the floor to Karu.
Hello, I'm Karu. Today I want to give a brief comment to Yanci. Yes, Yanci. She usually uses many icons on her presentation. In this way, audience to focus on her presentation. Also, the forms which she made in Cast 1, Cast 2, and Cast 3 are delicate. The final point is that, as I heard, she usually read the contents on PowerPoint. I think that you could use your own words to describe the content and the meaning in a different place. Like she made 3 cases. I think she can use her own words to describe the case. That's all. I will give the floor to Zhenyi.
My name is Zhenyi, and today I will make some positive comments on Yizhen's presentation. First, I think it's very good that the advertisements she showed to us are very clear, and moreover, she used her own word to explain it very detailed, so that I can understand the differences between high and low context culture. And finally, she also made a very clear conclusion. So overall, I think she did a great job in this presentation. And the above are our comments for group 6. And I will give the floor to group 7.
Good afternoon, Liang from 7. I am Zhihan Shi, First, I want to share my opinions about Chunju's part. First, I think he very professionally, and he had a great interaction with audience, and he had his voice was loud enough during the conversation. But I still have some suggestions for you. First, I think you don't need to explain the definition in Chinese in vocabulary part. And also, like Junqi mentioned, the misspelling, the satellite part, the phones, and the phone you miss the H. And also, I think the brief pen, it didn't work. Yes, so I think you need to make sure that every equipment is available for working. Because I remember after a part finished and the slides run faster to the end, I was confused about what happened. So I think this situation you need to avoid next time. And also I think you need to take the chairs and the table away during the break time, because if you don't do that, you will postpone the schedule. And also another suggestion is that I think you can make your font size in vocabulary part. You can the font size can be bigger, because in every slide you still have a lot of space that you can use. And also because we are in the last line, it's okay to see it clear. Yes, that's all of my comments. I will give the floor to Chunyu.
Good afternoon, I'm Chunyu. Today I will make some positive comments on Yanci. And first, she dressed formally today, which looks beautiful, and she also presents fluently in her part. And then I think her voice sounds is comfortable to the audience. And then I like her way to use her own word to explain the case 1, 2, 3 to us. You will easily go over the content to make the audience understood. But there are still some suggestions I want to give you. Is on your presentation, page 9, and you miss some words in the sentence. Yes, you miss need to in the lines, and then you edit out. It's great. And page 16 and 18, your font size is a little bit small to us to see on PowerPoint. Yes, I think you can enlarge the font size. And there are some mispronunciation, cheap and extra. You misread to the chef, and I forget what you pronouncing extra. So I think that you can be aware next time. And then I think that you can add more vocal variety in conversation part. It will make it more vivid and energetic. Yes, and I'll give the floor to Liang.
Hello, I'm Liang. Today I want to give some positive comment to Yi Zhen. And first, the topic is very interesting because she used advertisement to introduce a high and low content culture, and you use a lot of hand gestures to emphasize your information. I think that is great, and your voice is clear enough. But however, I want to give some suggestion to you. First, you sometimes shake your body when you're speaking, and there's a mispronunciation. You mispronunciation the experial, and I think your inside story can add some music because it's just like a frozen tongue in 20 seconds. So I think you can improve next time. This is the end of our comments. I'll give forward back to Group 6.
So thank you for all of you giving some comments for us. And now we will give you our feedbacks, and I'm the first. Thank you for Dr. Liang giving us this chance to have a report on stage. And this is our second time to cooperate with this lesson meeting. And my member is reliable, very good. Yanci helps, Yanci, when we practice at school, she advised that I can separate my Japanese video into 2 parts, and because it will be easy to let audience understand and also have some interest for you. And Chen Jie prepare the chocolate in advance before I act in the group. And this time I'm in charge of high and low context culture. This is the same as the previous reports. This time I made a lot of effort to choose which direction I can introduce for my audience. And also I searched a lot of information online. And finally, I found something special and interesting that I can introduce. So I focus on this advertisement. Yes. And thank you for my classmates, my audience too. Thank you for my classmates giving me some improvement that I can be better next time. This is my feedback, and I will give the floor to Chen Jie.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Chen Jie. First, I want to say thank you to Dr. Liang because I think having this kind of presentation to let us practice is actually very interesting. And second, I would like to thank Junqing about the misspelling and also Yihan, Zihan mentioned. The misspelling problem and Yishen, she mentioned that I speak too fast, that I didn't notice before. And I would like to apologize to my teammates because like Bibi said, she made a lot of effort and I made a lot of mistake. Yeah, so, and because I'm too busy working recently, so I didn't have time to practice with them. So this is, I'm truly sorry, and thank you for covering my back. And there's one thing I disagree about the comment is Yohong's part, but this is a democracy country, so I think everyone can have different opinion. I think she said that the video can be easier for the audience to understand, but because we are explaining the difference between high and low context culture, so we will have to make a difference that the high context culture and the low context culture, which one is easier to understand? And I think the video BB chooses a very good example to explain why the difference between 2 countries. So this is the one thing we disagree, and yeah, but still I really appreciate the feedback. And that is all I have today. We'll give the floor to Yancy.
I'm Yanzi, and first I want to thank Dr. Liang to give me this opportunity. This is the second time we cooperate with Chen Jie and Yi Zhen. They are very responsible, and I think Yi Zhen, she gave me a lot of suggestion in activity 1 and discussion question, and Chen Jie he prepared the juggling and do the PowerPoint well, and thanks the classmate give me the comment like pronunciation or the PowerPoint mistake. This is my comment. I will give the floor to Yi Zhen.
Okay, Ethan, give the floor to Chen Jie. So we'll choose the best commentator now, and we'll choose group 2. Now the first reason is group 1 and group 7. They gave us some really good feedback, but we should give some people a chance to try. And I think despite except the situation I mentioned, group 2, I think the reason we choose them is because Qianru, she improves a lot from grade 1 to grade 4. Her pronunciation, her confidence on the stage, I saw a lot of improvement, and I think that is something that a college student should have. And Yiqi and Yihan, Yiqi is not so energetic before, but I think he's still very good at giving comments. And Yihan, I think the confidence you are on stage is very comfortable to watch, so we choose group 2. So let's welcome group 2 to give us a round.
And for group 6, choose us for choosing us, and and as a best commentator, and I give the Ethan a positive comment. Again? No, I think she did a great speech because she voice, speed, and the PowerPoint, the content, yes, content is all give us really understand it clearly. So I think she's very great. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Yihan, and I'll give Yanci a comment again. And so I think she is very confident on stage, and I think this is very good, and her voice is very loud. It's to let us understand what she said very more, it's clear. And I think her presentation is very comprehensive, and she's described the context very clear and detailed. I think this part is very good also. And I have one suggestion for Yanci, and she said some words, she can say this precisely, and I think this can correct it next time, and she will be better on the stage. And this is my comment. I'll give floor to Qianru.
Hello everyone, I'm Qianru. I'm going to give some comments for Chen Jie again. I see he is confident on the stage. He has strong eye contact and good gesture with audience. In the conversation part with Yanci, he is loud, alert, and pronunciation is good. Also, he used vocal variety to impact. In his presentation part, he usually interact with audience to Q&A. I think it is good. This is end of our comments. I will give floor to Liang.
Oh, hold on a second.
Before the end, I want to correct one thing. In Inside Story, the place, the correct one is 3, 5, or 9, and I mistyped 3406, and it's correct one. Yes.
Also, one more references. It has to be plural unless there's only one entry of reference. Normally it's plural. And by the way, don't throw the gift to your audience. It's a kind of violent. And good one, if you want to correct your